Hey Melissa, I'm just going to give it another minute and then we'll get started. Figured I'd do it outside today and probably keep it a little bit shorter than normal just because of how beautiful this weather is. I figured hopefully people are outside joining in. I know Bill and Amy, although Bill says Bill's watching now, probably aren't joining in right now, so we'll shoot through this one a little quicker than we might normally. It's a beautiful day, so I want people to try and make the most of that time and go through some mobility stuff. So it's not going to be anything, you know, too intense today. I'm outside, I've got nothing but a yoga mat, and I would definitely encourage you to get outside and do it outside. No weights needed. It's just going to be all about mobility. We've got a little circuit towards the end, but again, it's nothing too intense. So yeah, let's get started. So we're going to start off just by activating the glute muscles. Just get everything activated and working. So we're just going to do 30 seconds of each exercise, and then we'll swap and do the other side. So we're going to do 3 minutes on one side, 3 minutes on the other. Just to get the glutes firing and ready for what will be quite an intense mobility workout, working on the hips, the lower back, some upper back and thoracic movements as well. I'm just going to get my timer ready. So to start with, just lying flat. Hopefully you can all see me here. The sun is shining down and it's beautiful. Legs at 90 degrees, and we're just going to do a simple glute clam. So I'm going to put my hand just on the top of my butt here just to check it's activating. And as I said, we're going to do 30 seconds of each exercise, 6 exercises on one side, so just get the glutes burning, and then we'll flip over and do the other side. Hope everyone's enjoying this lovely day. It's nice to get outside and do the workout today. Okay, straighten that top leg. Just going to raise that leg up. Try and keep the toe and the heel parallel to the floor. Just as high as you can comfortably go. Melina and I ran a squoga combined class on Monday, and that was nice. We did that outside as well, and that was just makes such a difference, doesn't it, to everyone's mood when you can get outside and the sun's shining, and I don't know, just puts people in a better mood, me included. Right, legs straight out in front of you, just small circles, one direction. I'll tell you when to change direction. Okay, and switch direction. So as I said, it won't be as long a session today. We'll blast through it, get the hips mobilized, get everything moving, and then we'll go back to sitting down with a nice cold beer. Okay, we're going to go back to 90 degrees with that top leg now, and tap in front and tap behind. Glutes potentially starting to burn a little bit now because you've isolated it for almost 2 minutes. That's totally understandable. Just bear with it. Then we're going to go back to our start position and just raise up and hold at the top. So we're just going to hold in this top position, glute activated, very much fatigued. And then we've got one more to go after this one. 3, 2, 1. Okay, little pulses now. So just at the top of the range, just pulsing, you know, maybe 6 inches or not even, back and forth. Then we'll roll over and do it all over again. And I will undoubtedly forget the order, so I apologize in advance for that. That's 3, 2, 1, and rest. Let that side have a rest. We'll switch sides. Who have we got? Sydney. Sydney's back. Hey Harvey. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're joining in from home, working on these glute muscles. I think I saw Marco and Ollie watching as well. Good to have you joining us, boys. Right, 5 seconds, we're going to go again with just starting out with that simple clam. So here we go, just nice easy raises up and down. Melissa, I saw your profile picture, I think it was today, the beautiful flowers. I'm assuming in your garden, they look fantastic. I'm hoping Jeff's responsible for the gardening there. Okay, next exercise was straighten that leg out and raise, so straight leg raises. You can hear a child crying in the background, but it's not Harry's cry. He's out playing with our neighbour's kids, so he's probably hit them over the head with a golf club, knowing him. Okay, back to that clam position, holding. I'm going to have to switch the order up here, but that's okay. We'll get through it. We've got the leg circles next. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, leg straight out in front, just those small circles. So I thought we'd just take it a little bit easier this week and focus solely on that mobility, because one, I think it's an area that gets overlooked, particularly with club players. It's not something that you spend a ton of time doing because you want to be playing your matches. But two, I've woke up and I've just changed direction with those circles. I'm just feeling sore, stiff and sore and a bit tired, so I thought selfishly it'd be something good for me to do as well. So we'll get to that, where we're just opening up the hips and just getting everything moving. Last 5 seconds. Okay, I'm going to go back to that clam, just those little pulses. And then we've got the toe taps forward and back, and then that's it for the glute warm up. Hopefully everyone's firing on all cylinders. Well, to be honest, hopefully people are sat outside in the garden having a glass of wine watching this and aren't joining in. But for those dedicated athletes and squash players out there that are joining me, I hope you're enjoying the burn. Kind of lift in a rainbow shape here, so tap forwards, rainbow shape, tap backwards. Last 5. And rest. Nice. Great work. Okay, glutes are fired up. Sydney, I was very, very surprised last week not to have you there. I was worried that something was wrong, because I think you've been here every week. But if you just forgot, that's okay. I hope you've had a good week and you're motivated and ready to rock today. So we're going to start in a yoga position, downward dog, which I'm sure everyone's familiar with. If not, I can show you in just a second. And then from there, we're going to do 3 different mobility exercises. So the first one is just going to be mobilizing the calf muscle. The second one is going to be more of a hip and an upper leg mobilizer. And then the last one, the third one, will be a Superman, where you bring the foot out to the outside of the hand, which we've done before. It'll be pretty intense, so just breathe your way through it. Go as deep or as light as you want to go. Stay comfortable. Oh, nice, Sydney. Oh, I hope you're celebrating at the end of this week with an ice cream or something, because that's very nice. I'm sure you're really looking forward to being done. So what we're going to do, we're going to go downward dog, which is hands and toes. If you can get your heels down, then even better, but I can't. So we're going to go from here, and all I'm going to do is just walk my feet out. Walk my heels down, try and get them close to the floor, and this will just put a nice stretch on the calf muscles. Just nice and light. Doesn't need to be, pushing it to the point where you feel like it's restricted or it's painful. Just nice and light. Keep walking those feet through. And hopefully after today's session people will leave it and think, God, I actually feel great. It was intense, but I feel great. That's the plan. Previous weeks we've gone pretty hard and not really stretched a lot, so this week I thought, enjoying the weather, let's just go through some mobility work, get everything moving and give you a little bit of a rest. Last 5. Okay, nice. Right, next one. I'm going to go from this same downward dog position. I'm going to bring my right knee through and just in between my hands here. So if I back up just a little bit, there you go, I think you can see there. Bring that knee in, and I want to try and sit down on this right side without moving my hips too much. Just hold for a few seconds, a few breaths. Really try and make sure you're breathing through all of this. And then go back into downward dog, and then bring that left side through. So knee in between hands. And then kick back again. Right leg through. It's nice, even got the sound of birds chirping in the background. What could be better than this? Change legs, kick back. Bring that left foot forward. Keep focusing on your breathing here. Stay nice and relaxed. We're going to do once more. Once more on each side. Okay, kick back. Right leg through. Back, left leg through. Okay, right, we're going to advance this one a little bit this week. So we've done this one before where we bring right foot to the outside of the right hand. Come in a little bit so you can see. Right foot to the outside of the right hand if we can get it there. This week I'd like to try and take that back knee off of the floor, and I'd like to try and get this leg a little straighter. So I go up onto my tops of my fingers, and then I straighten that leg just to the point where I feel like I've got a stretch in the hamstring, and then I come back down and then change sides. Downward dog, left foot to the outside of the left hand, try and straighten that leg and bring it back. Downward dog and repeat. Right hand, straighten it, go back, downward dog. Left hand to the outside, this is called a Superman. Left foot to the outside of the left hand, straighten that leg, again just to the point where you feel a comfortable stretch, don't try and push it too hard. Downward dog. Let's just keep going with this. Last one on each side. Nice. And rest. Pull my top down. Like Britney Spears there with a crop top on. Okay, it's getting warm. Alright, hopefully people are starting to feel like things are warming up. If not, don't worry too much. Like I said, it's not going to be super intense. It's just about trying to get everything moving without that high intensity sort of cardio effort. Right, next one we're going to do is just some squat patterns. So the first thing we're going to do is split squats. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with these. Quite a staggered stance. I'm just going to go from here. I'm going to try and take this back knee straight down to the mat and back up again. Nice and tall at the top, down and back up. We're going to do 12. Here we go. 1, 2. If it feels comfortable, go wider in your staggered stance. 3. Try and keep everything in line, keep nice alignment with that knee and ankle. 5, 6, 7. Should feel a nice stretch in this back hip. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Nice work. Shake it off. Change sides. Again, go as wide as feels comfortable. 12 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nice. Sumo squats. Nice and wide with the feet. Toes pointing outwards slightly, knees following suit on the same angle. Again, nice and wide, but keep it comfortable. Try and gradually go a little deeper with each repetition. So we're going to go again. We're going to go for 12. Nice and slow and steady with this. Here we go. Toes and knees out. 1, 2, 3. Nice flat back. Try not to tip over. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, for this next exercise, if you are pretty flexible, pretty mobile in your hips and ankles, then you won't need this. I am not, so I need a little bit. I'm going to roll my mat up just to elevate my heels slightly. So I want them slightly wider than shoulder width. I'm going to go down into a squat, and I'm going to touch my toes or the insides of your feet if you'd like. So go down into a squat, hold on to your feet here, and then I'm going to take my right arm up and rotate. Look up, I'm going to gaze up to my hand, come back down to that middle position, left arm up, and this is the tricky part, 2 arms up and stand. So that would be 1 rep. Again, we're going to try for 12. So this will be tough. Go at your own pace. Try and get nice smooth repetitions and remember to breathe. Here we go. Down into a squat. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Try not to rush. 7. 8. 9. This one's tough. 10. Last 2. 11. and 12. Whew, great work. As I said, this is a bit of a selfish session as well because I'm just feeling a little bit sore, so particularly that squat and rotate exercise is great just to get everything moving. You've got the hip work and the strength work going down, but then also the rotation just gets everything a little bit more loose. Right. Oh good. Do some nice easy upper back thoracic work. So all of this type of thing I learnt from a fellow Englishman on his summer camps in Philadelphia, a guy called Damon Brown, who very smart and switched on with regards to training in general, but particularly with squash training, who I trained with for a little while, and he was big on the mobility side and just getting everything moving, which was great for me because I'm, as you've seen, very stiff. So the first one we're going to do, arms straight out in front of you. I'm going to take my right hand towards you, towards the screen. I'm going to pull my left arm back a little bit. So I'm just moving in that type of motion. And really try and go slowly with this and exaggerate that upper back rotation. Just trying to get that upper thoracic moving. So we're going to try for 20 of these. It'll be 10 each side. Here we go. 1, nice and slow and controlled. 2, try not to shift too much. 3, just shifting from the shoulders. 4, 5, 6, 7. If you're just joining us, 8. It's not some strange witchcraft. 9, 10. Some mobility work. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. Just rotate, roll your shoulders a little bit, loosen them off. Try and stay relaxed with these. They are hard exercises, so try not to get too tense. Next one, a bit more simple. I'm just going to take my arms, cross them over my chest, one hand on each shoulder. I'm just going to go from here. I'm going to just rotate. I'm going to try and stay tall and just rotate from that mid to low back too. Nice and slow. 3. Again, we're going to go for 20. 4, if you get any cracks or pops. 5, as long as it's not painful, try not to worry. 6, it's just everything getting moving. 7, 8, 9, 10. For those of you that spend a lot of time at your desks, 11. These exercises will be really good for you. 12 to do maybe before and after. 13, just to get everything moving. Keep that posture good while you're sat there, but also to get everything moving. 14. When you get up again, 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. Again, roll your shoulders, shake it out. Keep everything moving. Oh nice, we got a good one here. I've just seen they've got some action on the comment. Sorry Sydney, I'm only just seeing your comment about the elbows. If that back arm elbow was bending, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, not a problem. Casey, I agree with Drew. Casey, you should be setting your sights much higher than that. He's a has-been, that Drew Snell. Right, next exercise. I'm going to turn to the side so you get a better angle. So, all fours, find a flat back position, so not too far this way, not rounding too much at the top. Nice flat back position. And then I'm going to go through those positions that I just demonstrated. So I think this is called a cat-cow. So the cat being that rounded motion where I'm trying to pick my hips up and create that arch. Cow being that hunched up position. 2. Trying to pinch my shoulder blades in the cat. Roll them at the top there. 3. 4. Put your head up on the cat, roll your neck down on the cow. 5. Sit. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. Great work. Right, where are we next? The cat cow. Where are we? I've lost where I am. Ah, yeah. Okay. So we're going to go into a high plank position. So toes on the floor, as if I was planking, but rather than being on my elbows, my arms are going to be totally straight up. Trying to keep a nice flat back, keep those shoulders pinched at the back, try not to hunch too much. And then I'm just going to go from here. This is going to get the core a little bit more. I'm going to go from here, I'm going to open up, and then I'm going to change sides. I'm going to go for 20, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, halfway, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, keep those rotations, 17, try not to rush, 18, 19, and 20. Nice. Okay, gonna sit back again, another yoga pose here. So sit back into child's pose. So your toes would be touching, your knees can go sort of mat width apart. I'm just gonna sit back into my heels, extend my arms straight out ahead of me, and then from here, having reached child's pose, I'm gonna take my left hand, I'm gonna thread it between my right arm and the floor. I think this is called thread the needle. And then from here I'm going to try and take my left ear and bring that down to the floor. Hold for a few breaths. Should feel a nice stretch in that left side of my back, through your obliques, through your lats. Bring that arm back up, have another couple of breaths in the middle. Check you can see okay. Yeah, that's okay. And then from here, right arm sweeps through that gap. Again, I'm going to try and take that right ear to the ground. Make sure you're still breathing here. Take your time nice and steadily. Good. And back to neutral again. And thread the needle. Left ear to the floor. Left to middle. Thread that right arm through. Nice, back to the middle. 2 more, twice through. Left arm through. Left ear to the floor. middle. Right on through. So nice as well because the sun just acts as an aid to my muscles. It's keeping them warm. Perfect. If we could just have this weather a bit more often, it'd be fantastic. We could be outside more, we could be playing golf more. It'd be great. Right, last one. Thread that left arm through, left ear to the floor. Back to the middle. And thread that right arm through to finish. Right ear to the floor. Back to the middle, take a couple of breaths. Nice. It's even just a good stretch for the hips, that child's pose, just sitting there is great. Right. Here we go, right, into the mobility circuit now. So we're just going to do, we've got 8 exercises. We're going to do 30 seconds of each, so 4 minutes. We're going to do 5 minutes of core and we are done. So this will be, what, 10 minutes. Let's get through this last 10 minutes and we can go enjoy the sunshine even more. Right, 30 seconds of each exercise. I will tell you the next exercise just as we're about to do it. I won't list them out right now. And then we can get going. So the first one's calf raises. Just dead simple. If you've got something to hold on to, great. If not, don't worry about it. Here we go. Up onto your tiptoes, really trying to stretch up high. Really extend through the ankle. So next exercise we're going to do, we're going to hinge from the hip, so we're going to keep our legs straight for the first part of the movement. I'll show you from the side. So I'm going to go feet slightly wider than shoulder width. I'm going to hinge from the hip, get to roughly 90 degrees, then I'm going to bend my knees and try and sit down into a squat, and then stand up. So stand up tall, hinge from the hip, bend your knees down into a squat, and stand up. This is called a good morning to squat. We're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hinge from the hip, down into a squat, and stand. So you should feel a good stretch in the hamstring initially as you go into that stiff leg deadlift position, down into a squat, stand up tall, bringing your hips through at the top. Back nice and flat, last one. Great work. So nice on that, I haven't done that one in a good while. Lateral lunges or lateral squats, where we're trying to stay as low as we can. So go wide here. Toes can go out ever so slightly. I'm going to come down into this sort of really exaggerated sumo squat. I'm going to lunge this way. My back toe can come off the floor, and then I'm going to try and stay low and transition to the other side. Okay, so we're not coming up tall, we're trying to stay low. Here we go. Just rocking side to side. Let that back toe come up if it needs to. Last 5. And rest. Nice work. Okay, bring the feet in slightly wider than shoulder width. So just a touch wider than a yoga mat's width apart. I'm just going to go from here. I'm going to lunge towards my left side, but just bringing my right knee internally rotating. So I just flip my feet and rotate inwards. Get that knee down towards the floor. you can hear an exaggerated child's laughter in the background, that definitely is Harry. I can tell that laugh anywhere. He's taken to laughing when it just sounds like he's not really enjoying it, but he just forces it out. It's actually very funny. Right, listen out for that. I'm sure he'll do the fake laugh again. So we're going to do a single leg bridge hold on the right leg initially. So you can lie down, legs roughly at a 90-degree angle. I'm just going to lift my hips up off the floor with both legs, and I'm going to take my left foot up in the air. So I'm just holding on that right side. We're going to do 30 seconds on the right. Here we go. Then we're going to do 30 seconds with both legs in the air. Both legs holding as a bridge, and then 30 seconds with the left. So this will get everything burning and working and activated. Already I can feel the fatigue here. Good, because we've only got 10 seconds left. Three, two, one. Bring that other leg down to help out. So both feet now, you can pick your toes up. Just having your heels on the ground will make sure you're really using your hamstrings in your butt. Put your toes down, you can get a little bit on those front side of the quads, which we want to try and keep away from. And then in 10 seconds we're going to take our right leg away and just hold the left side, which for me will be even more painful. It's not my dominant side. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Try and keep your hips level, try not to let them drop too much. This is hard. Seconds left. Going to wobble a little bit. This is tough. Keep those hips up. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice. Oh, great. Last one. Reverse crossover lunges. I'm gonna start on my mat. I'm gonna go from here. I'm gonna take my left foot, swing it back behind my right leg, and try and lunge back down, and then I'll repeat on the other side, reverse and crossing over. So I'm taking that foot back behind me. Oh, when I get my balance, I'm taking that foot back behind me and towards you there, towards the camera. Try not to bring it too far backwards. I'm trying to more bring it across. Here we go, last one. 3, 2, 1, and really try and reach back and across. Nice and controlled rhythm. You don't need to rush. 3, 2, 1, rest. Great work. All right, this is it. The finisher, and then we're done. So hopefully everyone's feeling like the hips are moving nicely. Everything's activated. I'm going to finish with some core with a bit of a difference. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exercises. And we're basically just going to repeat those 5 exercises in order for 5 minutes with no rest, without stopping. So we're going to get through, I think in CrossFit they call it an AMRAP, as many reps or as many rounds as what in our case as possible. So we're going to get through as many rounds as we can in 5 minutes. My guess is it will be, what do I reckon? How many rounds? That would be 20 seconds, 40 seconds, 1 minute 40, probably 2 minutes for a round. So we might get through 2, maybe 3 rounds would be great. So let's big push to finish here. I'm gonna keep this close to me so I can keep firing the exercises out. So the first one, and don't start yet, I'll just talk you through the exercises. So a single leg lower or a single leg drop. So both feet straight up in the air, 1 leg down, 2 legs down, and keep alternating. Straight up at the top, straight down all the way. Next exercise, a reverse crunch. So same position, you can put your hands back of your head, holding your hips, whatever you'd prefer. I'm probably going to have mine up in the air, and I'm just going to go from here, try and reach up to my toes, return your shoulders back to the floor with each rep. Okay, they're reverse crunches. We're going to do a side plank for 30 seconds. Pretty self-explanatory, but just to be sure, up on the elbow, side plank on one side. Then we're going to do double leg lowers, so both legs straight down and up, and then the other side, 30 seconds of plank. And they're the 5 exercises. So I will call them out as we go through. Go steadily with this. It's not necessarily about trying to go as quickly as you can, it's more about quality and controlling the movement. If you need to sit and take a breather and have a little rest, be my guest, not a problem. Just make sure the technique's good on the core. Right, single leg lowers for 10. Here we go. Let me start the clock as well. We'll go in 5 seconds. 5 minutes. Ideally no rest. Let's see how we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After this we've got the reverse crunches. 9, so stay in this position. 10. Okay. From here I'm just going to reach up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Try and pick up with your core. 16. Not your head. 17, 18, 19, 20. Side plank, 30 seconds. Here we go. Nice. Try and keep the alignment. Pull your shoulders back. Try not to slouch too far over. Five more seconds, then we're going to lie back flat and do double leg lowers. Here we go. Again, nice and slow and controlled, try not to rush. Six, 7, 8, 9, last one. Great work. Side plank on the other side, and then that's one circuit down. And we're coming up to 2 minutes, so probably going to get through this twice. Last 10 seconds. 2, 1, rest. Okay, back through we go. That's one through. Let's do the single leg lows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse crunches. 11, 12, 'Side plank. 30 seconds. Fifteen seconds left. You're going to lie back down. We're going to do the double leg lowers now. But lying flat, slow and controlled for 10, 3, other side plank. 30 seconds, here we go. My head in the bush over here. Ten seconds left, and then we're going to finish with the single leg lowers, and that'll be 5 minutes done. Great work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Let's finish with those single leg lowers. Here we go. Done. All right, for those of you that joined in and went along with it live, great work, great dedication on a day like today to be doing some mobility and putting yourselves through a different kind of pain today. But yeah, fantastic effort, and if you're watching this on the replay, it's definitely something that's really worthwhile to do. You know, that took us 40 minutes or 45 minutes, but you could easily modify that down to 10 minutes, which you could do, you know, each morning just before you get ready for work, just to get everything moving, particularly those hip exercises and the upper back, just to get everything loose and doing what it should be doing. It's very important, and it's stuff that me included we don't do enough of. So hopefully that's given you guys a few ideas and got everything moving. And now you can pour a glass of red or grab a beer and get outside and enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. All right guys, thanks for joining in, and hope you enjoy the rest of this day, and yeah, hopefully see you guys soon. All right, take care. Bye bye.